Hello and welcome back to Per My Last Email. I'm so happy that you're here. So I'm just a little bit concerned about you. You had a few goals that you wanted to accomplish and you haven't done them yet. No shade, girl. But what's happening? Why are you still procrastinating? I thought we left that in college. I'm asking because if you do have a procrastination issue, then I might be able to help you. We can all agree that procrastination is basically just a lack of motivation, right? There are psychologists who have dedicated their whole lives to figuring out how to make people more motivated, more productive. I took a class on motivation and leadership in school, and I just want to share with you one of my favorite motivational theories. I'm not saying that once I tell you about this theory, then you're going to be fixed. You'll never procrastinate again. I ain't saying that. All I'm saying is just having another perspective about motivation and how to potentially gain more motivation. It might help you in the long run when you do decide to procrastinate again. You might have a different perspective on how to overcome it. So there was this guy, his name is Victor Vroom. Victor Vroom, who was a motivational theorist, and he wanted to figure out how to make people more productive at work. So after studying people, he came up with the idea that if people had a choice to do anything in the entire world, they would only invest their time and energy into doing things that maximize pleasure and reduce pain. He said that even though people have a lot of different desires to do things and they want to do and try a lot of things, they will only be motivated to do things that fit the three following criteria. And this is my interpretation of the three criteria. He said people will only do things that they thought could be done, that they thought that they were good at, and that they thought were worth it. I know for me, I want to do a lot of things. I want to be Oprah. I want to write a book. I want to be in a play. I want to be on TV. I want to be a project manager. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. And ask me how many of those things that I've done. None of them, because I just don't have the motivation to do it. Vroom says that motivation equals expectation times instrumentality times valence. So to help me explain to you what those things mean, I'm gonna take one of my goals. Let's say my goal to be Oprah. I wanna be Oprah. I would love to be Oprah. Okay, Oprah, I wanna be Oprah. So in order for me to have the motivation to wanna be Oprah, I have to have expectation, instrumentality, and valence. The first one, expectation. Basically, expectation means that if I try to do something, it can be done. And the harder I try, the more likely that it's gonna be done. So you have an expectation that your hard work will equate to a result, right? So in this case, it's like if I wanna be Oprah, if I try to be Oprah, there is a possibility that I can become Oprah. And if I try really, really hard to be Oprah, that'll mean even more that I can be Oprah. Expectation, just that you expect that something could happen from your hard work. Instrumentality basically means that your good performance will result in a reward. So not only are you trying, but you're actually good at it. So if I want to be Oprah and I'm a really good journalist, I'm a really great speaker, and I'm captivating, and I'm just the greatest talk show host you ever met, then there's a chance that I could be Oprah. Do I believe that my good performance will eventually lead me to being Oprah? If I believe that, then I have instrumentality. Valence just means, is it worth it? Like, will all my hard work, all the time, all the effort, will it be worth it in the end if I'm Oprah? If I believe that, then I have valence. So you have expectation. Will my hard work result in a positive reward? Instrumentality. Will my good work result in a positive reward? And valence, is it even worth it? I guess you're wondering, like, okay, so why aren't you Oprah? I think that I'm not Oprah, or I don't have any motivation to be Oprah because of the expectation thing. So instrumentality, I think that I can be a good Oprah. I think that I can speak to people well. I think that I would have a good presence on camera, and I think that I would be a good talk show host. And I think that it would be worth it in the end. So I have the valence factor. Like, I think, like, duh, I would love to be Oprah. That'll be so tight. But I just don't think that even if I tried, I can do it. Like, even if I put in effort and time, I don't think that I would be Oprah, ever. Do you know how many people want to be Oprah? Do you know how many talented and smart and beautiful and experienced and awesome people want to be Oprah that are not Oprah? Another example. At one point, I wanted to be a doctor, right? I was a biology major my sophomore year in college, but I lost motivation to be a doctor. So I had expectation. I knew that if I tried, I could be a doctor. It's gonna happen. And I had instrumentality. I knew that if I, was good at taking tests, and if I was really good at learning the skeleton and the bones and all that other stuff, that I would eventually go to medical school and eventually be a doctor. So I knew that if I tried hard and if I was good at it, then I could be a doctor. So that wasn't a problem, but I just didn't have the valence. Like, I just didn't think it was worth it. I didn't want to go to school for 10 years. I didn't want to have all that debt. I didn't want to have crazy hours. I didn't want to see dead bodies. And I don't even like blood. So why would I be a doctor? That's not worth it to me. So I eventually changed my major to psychology. And I had motivation to finish my psychology degree because I knew that it could be done. I knew that if I was good at it, and if I learned well, and if I took tests well, then I could get my degree. And I thought it was worth it. Like, I was in school for 4 years, learning a fun subject. Like, I could do that. And so I did it. Ding! Based on that short synopsis, can you pinpoint maybe why you haven't accomplished some of your goals? Is it because you don't think it can be done? Are you missing the expectation? If you don't think it can be done, maybe you should find somebody who's done it and see what they do and mimic what they've done, so that way you're working in the right direction. Seeing somebody who's accomplished the goal that you want to accomplish, I think will make it more attainable for you. If you're missing the instrumentality, if you don't think that your performance will result in a positive reward, even if you are already the best, sometimes being the best isn't good enough. Sometimes you have to figure out, find a network of people who can put you in those positions when hard work has worked hard enough. Or maybe you think that the effort isn't worth it. Maybe you think like, yeah, this would be a cool goal, but I'm not gonna do all that. And if that's the case, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's an internal conversation you need to have with yourself to figure out, like, why do I not think this goal is important anymore? I don't know. There is so much opportunity for us to be great, and we want to do so many things, but we just kind of convince ourselves that it's never going to happen. You have goals, you have to find a way to execute, period. I've been wanting to do this for forever. Like, I just wanted a YouTube channel, and I was like, well, I don't have a camera, I'm not gonna have any followers, and it's like, eventually you gotta just stop convincing yourself why you shouldn't and say why you should. I have an iPhone, so like, make it happen. No more excuses, no more procrastination, no more waiting. Like, I literally had this idea to make this YouTube channel in 2016, and I just did it this year. If you have any suggestions for video topics that you want me to cover, just let me know. And it'll be fun, and I can cover them. It'll be great. Thank you for watching per my last email. Bye.